Did you know that more than 80% of heart disease cases can be prevented? Yet, many people over 60 unknowingly engage in daily habits that could be clogging their arteries, making it harder for their heart to do its job. If you've ever felt sluggish, short of breath, or experienced occasional chest discomfort, it might not just be aging. It could be your arteries sending a warning sign. Your arteries are the lifelines of your body, carrying oxygen-rich blood to your heart, brain, and every vital organ. But as we get older, these arteries naturally lose some of their flexibility. If they become too stiff or clogged with plaque, the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke increases dramatically. The good thing is, you have more control over your artery health than you might think. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 everyday habits that could be damaging your arteries, and what you can do to keep them clear, strong, and working efficiently for years to come. Many of us think about our heart when we talk about cardiovascular health, but the real foundation of heart health starts in the arteries. When arteries are healthy, blood flows smoothly, bringing oxygen and nutrients where they're needed. But when they become narrow or blocked, problems arise, sometimes without any obvious symptoms until it's too late. That's why it's so important to be proactive. The everyday choices we make, from what we eat to how much we move, play a major role in how well our arteries function. Some habits may seem harmless but could actually be causing long-term damage without us realizing it. Today, we're going to break down 5 common habits that might be putting your artery health at risk. And more importantly, we'll talk about simple adjustments you can make to keep your blood vessels open and functioning properly. As we age, our bodies naturally change, and that includes our arteries. Over time, they can become less elastic, making it harder for blood to circulate efficiently. This is one reason why high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes are more common in people over 60. But here's something many don't realize: our daily habits can either speed up or slow down this process. Think of your arteries like a garden hose. When the hose is clear, water flows easily. But if dirt and debris build up inside, the flow becomes weaker, and pressure builds up. The same thing happens inside our blood vessels when plaque starts to accumulate. If that plaque breaks loose, it can lead to a serious blockage, cutting off blood supply to vital organs like the brain and heart. This isn't just about preventing serious medical events, it's about maintaining a good quality of life. Healthy arteries mean more energy, better mobility, and even sharper brain function. The best part? Small, consistent changes can make a huge difference. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to stay vibrant and full of life well into their 70s and 80s, while others struggle with fatigue, high blood pressure, or circulation problems, it often comes down to the small choices they make every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which habits to avoid, and more importantly, practical steps you can take to improve your artery health starting today. Some of these habits might surprise you, and you may even realize that you've been doing them for years without knowing the impact they could have on your heart and circulation. But don't worry, we're not here to overwhelm you with complicated medical advice. Our goal is to give you clear, simple, and realistic steps that fit into your daily routine. So, stay with us until the end because we'll be sharing some easy, actionable steps that can help keep your arteries clear and your heart strong. And before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our future health tips. We're here to provide the information you need to live a longer, healthier life. Also, let us know in the comments, what's one healthy habit you already practice to take care of your heart? Whether it's eating more fruits and vegetables, staying active, or managing stress, your tip might help someone else in our community make a positive change. Now, let's get into the first habit that could be affecting your arteries without you even realizing it. Habit number 1: consuming too much processed food. Processed foods are everywhere, but did you know that many of them contain hidden trans fats, excessive sodium, and added sugars that wreak havoc on your arteries? These ingredients don't just add extra calories, they actively contribute to plaque buildup, making it harder for blood to flow freely. Over time, this can lead to high blood pressure, an increased risk of heart disease, and even stroke. For many, processed foods are an easy, convenient choice. They're quick to prepare, taste good, and are heavily marketed as time-saving solutions. But the problem is, most of these foods are loaded with preservatives, unhealthy fats, and high amounts of sodium. While they may be convenient in the short term, they can have serious long-term effects on your cardiovascular health. Let's take sodium as an example. Many frozen meals, canned soups, deli meats, and snack foods contain excessive amounts of salt. When consumed regularly, too much sodium causes water retention, increasing the volume of blood your heart has to pump. This raises blood pressure, which puts added strain on your arteries. Over time, this pressure damages artery walls, making them more vulnerable to plaque buildup. Then, there are trans fats and hydrogenated oils, commonly found in baked goods, fried foods, and margarine. These fats not only increase bad cholesterol, LDL, but also lower good cholesterol, HDL, leading to inflammation in the arteries and increasing the risk of blockages. And let's not forget added sugars. Sugar is often associated with diabetes and weight gain, but it also plays a role in artery health. Excess sugar contributes to insulin resistance and inflammation, damaging blood vessels and making them more prone to plaque buildup. Sugary drinks, cereals, flavored yogurts, and packaged snacks all contain hidden sugars that can add up quickly without you even realizing it. Now, imagine two seniors. The first relies on processed foods, frozen dinners, instant noodles, packaged snacks, and takeout meals. They rarely cook and don't pay much attention to food labels. The second person, on the other hand, makes simple, home-cooked meals using fresh ingredients. Instead of reaching for potato chips, they snack on nuts or fruit. Instead of frozen meals, they prepare easy dishes using lean proteins, whole grains, and heart-healthy oils. Fast forward 5 or 10 years. The first person starts experiencing circulation problems, high blood pressure, and increasing fatigue. Their doctor warns them about the risk of heart disease and recommends medication to manage their condition. Meanwhile, the second person enjoys steady energy levels, better mobility, and healthier blood pressure. Their arteries remain clearer, allowing for better blood flow and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease. So, how can you make simple changes to avoid the dangers of processed foods? First, start by making small swaps. Instead of reaching for processed snacks like chips or packaged cookies, opt for whole foods like nuts, seeds, fresh fruit, or unsweetened yogurt. These options provide essential nutrients without harmful additives. When it comes to cooking, choose heart-healthy oils such as olive oil or avocado oil instead of margarine or vegetable shortening. These oils contain beneficial monounsaturated fats that support good cholesterol and help reduce inflammation in your arteries. Try to limit processed meats like bacon, deli slices, sausages, and hot dogs. These foods are high in sodium and preservatives that can contribute to arterial stiffness. Instead, choose lean protein sources like fish, skinless poultry, beans, and tofu. Not only are these options better for your heart, but they also provide important nutrients that support overall health. Another key tip is to prepare more meals at home. You don't have to be a gourmet chef to eat healthier. Simple meals using fresh ingredients, like grilled salmon with vegetables, a quinoa salad, or a homemade soup, can be both delicious and artery-friendly. If you're short on time, batch cooking and freezing portions for later can make healthy eating more convenient. Reading food labels is also crucial. Many products marketed as healthy still contain high levels of sodium, trans fats, or added sugars. Look for ingredients like partially hydrogenated oils or high fructose corn syrup. These are red flags that indicate unhealthy additives. At first, reducing processed foods may seem like a big change, but over time, your taste buds adjust. You'll start to appreciate the natural flavors of whole foods, and your body will thank you with improved energy, better circulation, and a lower risk of heart-related issues. Habit number 2. Sitting too much. Did you know that prolonged sitting is often called the new smoking? It might not seem like a big deal, but spending too much time sitting can have a serious impact on your arteries and overall heart health. When we sit for long periods, blood flow slows down, increasing the risk of blood clots and plaque buildup in the arteries. Over time, this can lead to circulation problems, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of heart disease. The human body was designed to move, and when we don't, it weakens our heart and blood vessels. Sitting too much causes blood to pool in the legs, making it harder for the heart to pump efficiently. This lack of movement can also contribute to weight gain, higher cholesterol levels, and insulin resistance, all of which put additional stress on the cardiovascular system. Let's picture two different daily routines. One senior spends most of the day sitting, watching TV, reading, or using the computer, only getting up occasionally. They might feel tired, experience occasional swelling in the legs, and notice stiffness in their joints. Over time, their muscles weaken, and simple activities like climbing stairs or going for a walk become more difficult. Their circulation slows down, and they might develop issues like varicose veins or deep vein thrombosis. Now, let's look at another senior who makes movement a priority. They don't necessarily spend hours at the gym, but they make it a habit to stand up, stretch, and move around regularly. They take short walks, do light stretching exercises, and stay active throughout the day. Their circulation stays strong, their heart remains efficient, and they feel more energetic and mobile well into their later years. So, what can you do to avoid the risks of sitting too much? The easiest step is to make sure you get up and move at least every 30 minutes. If you tend to lose track of time, setting a reminder on your phone or using a small alarm can help. Even just standing up, stretching, or taking a few steps around the house can help keep your blood flowing properly. If mobility is an issue, simple seated leg exercises can still make a big difference. Try flexing and pointing your toes, lifting your heels off the ground, or doing gentle knee lifts while seated. These small movements help keep blood circulating and reduce the risk of clot formation. Walking is one of the best ways to maintain artery health. Even a short, brisk walk around the neighborhood or inside your home can improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and strengthen the heart. If walking outside isn't an option, consider marching in place or using a stepper while watching TV. Stretching and light resistance exercises are also beneficial. Gentle yoga or chair exercises can improve flexibility, reduce stiffness, and promote better circulation. If possible, using resistance bands or light weights can help maintain muscle strength, which supports healthy blood flow. Incorporating more movement into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Standing while talking on the phone, doing light household chores, or even using a standing desk for certain activities can all contribute to better circulation. By making small adjustments and staying active throughout the day, you can significantly improve artery health, reduce the risk of blood clots, and keep your heart strong. And remember, moving regularly is key. Habit number 3, not drinking enough water. Hydration isn't just about avoiding thirst, it directly affects blood viscosity and heart function. Many people don't realize that when the body lacks water, the blood becomes thicker, making it harder for the heart to pump efficiently. This increases strain on the arteries and raises the risk of high blood pressure and clot formation, both of which can contribute to serious cardiovascular problems. Think of your blood like a river. When there's plenty of water, it flows smoothly and easily. But when there isn't enough, it slows down, becoming sluggish and more likely to form blockages. That's exactly what happens in the body when we don't drink enough water. Our circulation suffers, and our heart has to work harder to push blood through our arteries. Dehydration doesn't just happen on hot days. Many seniors experience mild dehydration daily without even realizing it. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally declines, making it easier to forget to drink enough fluids. Some medications can also contribute to dehydration, further thickening the blood and increasing the risk of circulatory issues. Now, let's look at two different scenarios. One senior drinks minimal water throughout the day, relying mostly on coffee, tea, or sugary beverages. They often feel fatigued, experience occasional dizziness, and struggle with fluctuating blood pressure. Their circulation isn't as efficient, and over time, they may develop more serious cardiovascular concerns. Another senior makes hydration a priority, drinking water consistently throughout the day. They wake up with a glass of water, sip throughout meals, and carry a bottle with them during activities. As a result, their energy levels remain steady, their blood pressure stays more balanced, and their arteries remain clearer. They experience fewer issues with circulation, and their heart doesn't have to work as hard to do its job. So, how can you make sure you're staying properly hydrated? A good rule of thumb is to aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily, depending on your body size, activity level, and climate. If you're not used to drinking that much water, start by increasing your intake gradually. One easy way to monitor hydration is by checking the color of your urine. Pale yellow is a sign of good hydration, while darker yellow or amber may indicate that you need more fluids. If you frequently experience dry mouth, headaches, or muscle cramps, these could also be signs that your body needs more water. If plain water feels boring, try infusing it with citrus slices, fresh mint, or cucumber for a refreshing twist without added sugars. Herbal teas and broths can also contribute to your daily fluid intake while offering additional health benefits. It's also important to balance hydration with electrolyte-rich foods, especially if you take diuretics or sweat frequently. Foods like bananas, avocados, and leafy greens can help maintain proper mineral balance while keeping you hydrated. Staying hydrated is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to support heart health and keep blood flowing smoothly. Habit number 4. Excessive sugar intake. Sugar isn't just bad for weight, it damages arteries and increases inflammation. Many people associate sugar with diabetes or obesity, but its effects go far beyond that. Consuming too much sugar can weaken blood vessels, trigger chronic inflammation, and make arteries more prone to plaque buildup. Over time, this dramatically increases the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke. One of the biggest dangers of sugar is its impact on insulin. When we consume excessive sugar, especially refined sugars found in processed foods, the body produces more insulin to regulate blood sugar levels. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where cells stop responding properly to insulin. This not only increases the risk of diabetes but also contributes to artery damage, making them stiffer and less flexible. Another issue is hidden sugars. Many people think they don't consume much sugar because they don't eat a lot of desserts or candy, but sugar is often lurking in unexpected places. Processed foods like sauces, salad dressings, bread, flavored yogurts, and even so-called healthy granola bars can contain high amounts of added sugars. Sweetened beverages like sodas, flavored coffees, and fruit juices can also pack in more sugar than you might realize, leading to spikes in blood sugar and increased inflammation. Now, let's compare two individuals. The first drinks sugary sodas throughout the day, enjoys pastries for breakfast, and eats processed snacks without checking the ingredients. Over time, they start experiencing more fatigue, occasional dizziness, and fluctuations in blood pressure. Their body struggles to process the excess sugar, and they eventually develop insulin resistance, which contributes to artery damage and an increased risk of heart problems. The second person makes small but meaningful changes. Instead of reaching for soda, they switch to herbal tea or sparkling water with a splash of lemon. They replace processed snacks with whole foods like nuts and fruit. When shopping, they read labels and choose products with little to no added sugar. Over time, their energy levels stabilize, their arteries remain healthier, and their overall cardiovascular function improves. So, what steps can you take to reduce sugar intake and protect your arteries? First, start reading food labels. Ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, and dextrose are signs of added sugars that can contribute to long-term health issues. Many products marketed as low-fat or healthy often contain more sugar to make up for lost flavor. Cutting back on sugary drinks is one of the fastest ways to improve artery health. Instead of sodas, fruit juices, or sugary coffee drinks, opt for water, unsweetened herbal teas, or even homemade fruit-infused water for a naturally sweet taste without added sugars. When it comes to food choices, replacing refined carbohydrates with fiber-rich options can help stabilize blood sugar levels and reduce inflammation. Swap white bread, pasta, and pastries for whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, or oats. Eating fiber-rich fruits and vegetables also slows sugar absorption, preventing blood sugar spikes and reducing stress on your arteries. If you have a sweet tooth, natural alternatives like berries, apples, or a drizzle of raw honey can provide sweetness while offering additional nutrients and antioxidants that benefit your heart. Reducing sugar doesn't mean eliminating it completely, it's about making smarter choices that support long-term health. Habit number 5. Chronic stress and poor sleep. Stress and sleep deprivation don't just affect mood, they have a direct impact on artery health. When we experience chronic stress, the body releases higher levels of cortisol, a hormone that, over time, contributes to inflammation and arterial damage. This inflammation makes arteries more susceptible to plaque buildup, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. Similarly, poor sleep quality disrupts the body's ability to repair itself. Sleep is when the heart gets a chance to rest and recover, but when sleep is consistently cut short, blood pressure stays elevated for longer periods, putting extra strain on the cardiovascular system. Over time, this can lead to hardened arteries and reduced circulation, making heart problems more likely. Let's look at two different experiences. One senior lives with constant stress, worrying about daily responsibilities, finances, or health concerns without a way to manage them. They often struggle to fall asleep or wake up frequently throughout the night. Their body remains in a heightened state of tension, leading to fatigue, increased blood pressure, and greater inflammation. Over time, this ongoing stress weakens their cardiovascular system. Now, consider another senior who prioritizes relaxation and sleep. They take a few minutes each day to practice deep breathing, meditation, or simple mindfulness exercises to help manage stress. They follow a consistent sleep routine, avoiding screens before bed and creating a relaxing environment to promote restful sleep. As a result, they wake up feeling more refreshed, maintain lower blood pressure, and protect their heart health in the long run. So, what can you do to reduce stress and improve sleep for better artery health? One of the most effective ways to manage stress is through mindfulness or meditation. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing or guided relaxation exercises can help lower cortisol levels and promote a sense of calm. Spending time in nature, engaging in hobbies, or connecting with loved ones can also be beneficial in reducing stress levels. Establishing a healthy sleep routine is just as important. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps regulate the body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Avoiding caffeine late in the day, keeping the bedroom cool and dark, and practicing relaxation techniques before bed can all contribute to better sleep quality. Another key factor is reducing screen time before bed. The blue light emitted by phones, tablets, and TVs interferes with melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. Instead of scrolling through a screen, consider reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing gentle stretches to wind down before bedtime. Stress and sleep play a much bigger role in artery health than many people realize. By making small, consistent changes, you can help lower inflammation, reduce blood pressure, and support a stronger cardiovascular system. Making small changes to your daily habits can have a lasting impact on your heart health. While some of these risks might seem minor on their own, together they can silently contribute to clogged arteries and long-term cardiovascular problems. But the good news is, it's never too late to take control of your health. Whether it's improving your diet, staying active, drinking more water, cutting back on sugar, or prioritizing stress management and sleep, each positive step you take helps keep your arteries clear and your heart strong. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits do you think is the hardest to change? Let us know in the comments. Your experience might inspire others to make healthier choices too. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future health tips. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.